Hey, welcome back to Algebra 1, Chapter 4.1, slope-intercept form. Remember, nice functions, y equals mx plus b. Nice functions, y equals mx plus b. We're talking about slope-intercept form, that is y equals mx plus b. And in slope-intercept form, remember, the y-intercept is the b. Yo, check this, where the graph crosses the y-axis. To determine y, just make x 0. That's one step to being a function here. Whoa. Slope equals rise over run. M is the slope, biz dope, that's fun. There you go. That's a breakdown. Slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. B is the y-intercept, where the graph crosses the y-axis. M is the slope. That's how far we go up or down and over. Now remember, m is not x. X is not m. M is the slope. It's dope, that's fun. Alright, so if we want to write an equation in slope-intercept form for a line with a slope of 3/4 and a y-intercept of -2, we got y equals mx plus b. Slope-intercept form is very nice to us. All we have to do is replace m with the slope 3/4. There we go, 3/4 x, and replace b with -2. And there's my equation in slope-intercept form, y equals 3/4 x minus 2. So if I want to graph this, which it says, then graph, I will start at the y-intercept. So right there at -2, that's the y-intercept. So on the y-axis, I go to -2. And then from there, I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 4. This is, the slope is 3 over 4. So up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And over is always to the right, because we read and write from left to right. So my first point, and then I'm going to move up or down. If it's negative, that tells me whether I go up or down. Over is always to the right. Okay? And then from there I could go make another point at the same slope, up 3, over 4. I could use that same slope and make a couple more if I wanted, and then draw a straight line through that. Okay, now notice this is in standard form. If I want to graph that, we could graph it using the intercepts by making each one of these 0 and finding a point, or I can put that into slope-intercept form. For slope-intercept form, I'm going to have to solve for y, because it's y equals mx plus b. Okay, so subtract 3x from each side. I get 2y is equal to 6 minus 3x, or 3x plus 6. Remember, y equals mx plus b, so I'm going to put the x term first. Okay, as long as the negative stays with the 3, I can move them around. Now divide everything by 2. Remember, fractions are friends, not food, so we're going to leave this as a fraction. If it can be simplified, I'll simplify. So I get y equals -3 over 2. And for the slope, that's fine to have an improper fraction, because it tells us how much are we going up. We're going up -3, which means we're going to be going down, over 2. And then plus 3. I always start here, start at the y-intercept. That's right there at +3, up 1, 2, 3. And then from there, I go the slope. Now the slope tells me up -3, which means I'm going down from this point, down 3, and then over 2. And over is always to the right. Okay, then I could make a few more points. Really all I need is 2 points to make a straight line. And there's my graph. Now if you have a case like this, y equals -3. You could make a table, would look like this. Y is always -3, no matter what you plug in for x, because technically there's 0x, right? So the slope is 0. So this could be rewritten as y equals 0x minus 3. Okay, so the slope is 0, and the 3 is the y-intercept. So it goes through the point 3, and then we keep going from there. All right, so that's slope-intercept form and graphing in slope-intercept form. And I know I would get in a lot of trouble if I didn't tell you to like and subscribe, so like and subscribe for my 70th birthday. You will make me happy.